Where was this dinner?
In the dining room.
And who was present?
Eric, Lyle, Mr. and Mrs. Menendez, myself.
Was Mrs. Menendez serving the dinner?
Yes, she was. She was bringing plates of food from the kitchen, placing them on the table. She hadn't yet joined us.
Were you comfortable being there for dinner?
It was a new situation to me. They were in a different social class. I just felt very uncomfortable.
When you say they were a different social class, they were rich.
Yes.
Are you rich?
No.
When Mrs. Menendez put the food on the table, did something unusual happen?
Yes, she was standing behind me, so I don't know if she did something to provoke her husband, but before I knew it, he had stood up and pushed his plates out of the way, very violently knocking over all sorts of glasses and condiments, and said something to her like, "What did you do to this food? Why are you serving this food?" And she remained silent. Jose ordered Eric and Lyle to go wait outside for him. Said nothing to me. He left the room. Lyle motioned to me to come with him, and we went out to the front where the cars were parked.
What did Mrs. Menendez do?
She said nothing.
So you went outside. Were Lyle and Eric already out there?
Eric had kind of gone first, and Lyle was I was straggling along with him. Eric and Lyle had gone off sort of to the side and were whispering. Eric moved to get in the front of the car. Jose had opened my door for me in the back, and Lyle got around the other side, and Eric had asked his father something, "Do you think she tried something on purpose?" And as I was getting in, I'm looking at Lyle like, "Give me some explanation." He was just very silent.
Did Mr. Menendez seem extremely upset?
Yes, he did.
Did he join you in the car?
Oh, yes.
And did you and Mr. Menendez and Eric and Lyle go somewhere?
Yes, we went to eat at a hamburger Hamlet.
Was there any discussion at the restaurant about what that had been all about?
No.
Was Mr. Menendez still angry and upset?
Absolutely the opposite. I found him to be a very charming man. He was very nice to me. We discussed my schooling. In fact, he's the person who made me go to a four-year rather than a regular community college. After that conversation, I went home and wrote an essay about him, and I applied to my school. He was absolutely charming, and I really was amazed that someone could be so absolutely angry and then so nice to me 20 minutes later.
The essay that you wrote about him, was it about his success?
Yes.
For the rest of the meal, did Mr. Menendez continue to be charming?
Yes.
Attentive to you?
Yes.